In this video, I'm going to give you guys an update of how my quarter four has been going. I'm going to share with you some experiences that I have had that you can hopefully learn from and utilize in your business as we move into the new year. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new on this channel, we explore tips, strategies, and experiences that I have had that will help you start and build up your Amazon FBA wholesale business. Guys, I apologize for the long break. I know I have not posted a video in a while, so I'm super excited for this video. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys an update of how my quarter four has been going. I'm going to share with you some experiences that I have had that you can hopefully learn from and utilize in your business as we move into the new year. Guys, it has been a crazy, chaotic, just insane Q4. I mean, sales have been through the roof for third-party sellers on Amazon, for all e-commerce in general. Guys, I don't think anyone could have expected this was going to happen. So I'm super pumped for this video. Before we get into it, if you guys do enjoy these videos, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all of the wholesale content that I will be putting out. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So guys, if you have been watching my videos for any amount of time now, you know that my main business model on Amazon is FBA wholesale, where I buy products in bulk from brands and companies, and then I sell those products online on Amazon through my storefront at retail pricing. So my main business model is wholesale, but in Q4, especially this Q4, I did incorporate a lot of retail arbitrage in my business because it was so profitable and there was such a gap in the market between what we were finding in the stores and what the product price that it was selling for on Amazon. And this is due to one main reason, is that Amazon.com was out of stock on a ton of products. Guys, I did a ton of toys. I sold a ton of toys, merchant fulfilled. It was a huge component this Q4. And that's not due to the fact that I didn't have wholesale accounts. It's actually due to the fact that I could not keep stock on my wholesale products. So my best Q4 performing wholesale product, I was sold out of completely by the end of Cyber Monday. So I was gone. And I mean, I didn't have any stock on any of the SKUs from that company. And the crazy thing is about this company that I work with is that I placed this order and I let the company know the amount of the quantity that I was going to be purchasing going back in July. So it's not like we did not have an ample amount of stock on hand. It's just that the demand this Q4 blew everyone's stock out of the water. I mean, it was insane. So let me back it up for a second. I notified the company in July of how much inventory I was going to be purchasing this Q4. And now this was in respect to the limitations on quantities that Amazon had placed. So it was, Amazon had put sellers like myself in a bit of a difficult predicament because I did want to order more from the company earlier. However, Amazon was limiting my stock on these specific SKUs to a maximum quantity of 200. It was difficult. I couldn't order more than 200 units of each SKU that I was carrying from the brand. So I had to kind of play it by ear. So once sales started picking up, Amazon did allow me to send in more than 200 units. So I was able to place a few sporadic orders throughout early November to late November. Sales on this item started picking up in late October, early November. As we got into the middle of November and the end of November, I mean, sales just, I was literally sold out of one SKU in a couple days. So, and we're talking about I had hundreds in stock. So it was really crazy, guys. I mean, every seller that I talk to, they say that this quarter four is the best their sales have ever been. And it's because of, you know, a few things. Sellers like myself have been saying this for a long time now since this whole pandemic broke out, and that is Everyone is transitioning their shopping to online. I actually heard a statistic, over 50% of shoppers are now taking all of their holiday season shopping completely online for good. So that's over half the population that's going to be shopping for Christmas and the holiday season completely online, and a large portion of that does take place on Amazon. I just want to break down some of the numbers that we were doing this Q4. This is not to brag or boast by any means whatsoever. I just want to show you the progress that I have made in literally a year from last Q4 so that you can see this is possible. It is possible to grow a successful business on Amazon if you utilize the right tools and and implement the right components into your business. At the end of the video, I'm going to leave you guys with some information that is going to help you get started on Amazon and hopefully motivate you guys to start that storefront up. Pick a business model, whether it's retail arbitrage, whether it's wholesale, private label. So let's jump into some of the numbers. So you guys are going to see some pop-ups on the screen as I'm going into the numbers. So from November 15th to December 15th of this year, I shipped over 1,200 merchant fulfilled orders. So we were packaging up boxes, shipping out these items to customers. In case you guys are not familiar with the merchant fulfilled process, it takes a lot of time. So 1,200, it's about 40 or so orders per day. And we were just packaging up boxes day in and day out. Some days it was over 100 orders. So it was a grind, but I am extremely grateful that we were able to scale up through the merchant fulfilled business model. As you guys can see from the pop-up, November 15th to December 15th, I sold over $150,000 worth of inventory. So I did break that 100,000 threshold mark, which has been a goal of mine for a while. And if we break down the Amazon fulfillment side versus the merchant fulfillment side, in Amazon fulfilled, I sold about 67,000 worth of inventory, and merchant fulfilled, I sold about 82,000 worth of inventory. So the divide between the two is pretty crazy, considering that most of my business up until this point has been Amazon fulfilled. But because Amazon was so backed up between the limited quantities and the check-in times, we were able to capitalize on merchant fulfilled, and we were able to do it quickly, which is a point that I will go into a bit later. Guys, I am realizing that I did kind of take fulfillment by Amazon a little bit too much for granted, because when you're shipping all of your own orders to customers, it is very, very time consuming. I want to cover for you some things that I did do well at this Q4 and some things that I did not do well at. And I hope that this can shed some light on some of my experiences so that you are able to take away something and learn from them. A few things that I did well this Q4. I would say we were pretty versatile in the sense that I was able to switch from Amazon fulfilled to merchant fulfilled. I kind of picked up on these products. They were selling out extremely fast. Amazon was off the listing. So we were going to stores, in stores, scanning products, and just flipping a ton of toys. Just the versatility in general was huge, in the sense that the wholesale products that I was able to procure, I did get fast. I had to place quick orders. I couldn't really think about too much. Okay, do I need this much stock? Do I need that much stock? The order kind of had to just get placed, because a lot of the companies that I work with were running on limited stock quantities. So what happens when the supply goes down is that prices shoot up, and we were able to capitalize on that component as well and obtain a higher profit margin on a lot of wholesale products and retail arbitrage products that I was selling. A few things that I would improve on for next year, and if looking back on it, I would prepare for much better, to the best that I could have, is ordering more supplies. So we did not anticipate there was going to be this much merchant fulfilled inventory. There was no way we could have anticipated it. With that being said, I should have had more boxes on hand. We were overnighting a lot of boxes from Uline, so I did have to pay a bit more in shipping for those boxes from Uline. It did still work out to be profitable, of course, but we needed boxes, we needed tape, bubble wrap, and all those types of things that you utilize when packaging those orders to customers. So more supplies and more stock of inventory are two things that I would have improved on. I would have placed my orders with all of my companies in it farther in advance, even earlier than July and August, and I would have made sure the companies knew how much I was buying, when I was going to buy it, like literally down to the exact dates of when I was going to buy it and the exact quantities, so that the companies could prepare for our purchase volume. Guys, I want to get into a little bit more about what all of this means long term when it comes to selling on Amazon, just the way people buy products, the way consumer demand takes place, in the world is just completely changed because of the pandemic. And, I think a lot of people agree with this, is that the pandemic has just fast-tracked what was already going to happen. In-store holiday shopping went down by 52% this year. An estimated of 42 cents of every dollar spent this holiday season took place on Amazon. 71,000 small and medium-sized companies on Amazon surpassed $100,000 in sales this holiday season. Last earnings report, Amazon's income nearly tripled from what it was prior. Amazon has added over 400,000 employees to the global workforce over the past 10 months. Third-party sellers on Amazon make over 50% of their entire year's income in the holiday season. So if this is not enough information for you guys to jump into Amazon and jump into one of the 3 business models that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, then I don't know what more information you need to get started. We are literally living in an unprecedented time. What is happening right now, we can either view as something that is going downhill, or we can view this as a tremendous opportunity. And the people that are most successful, the sellers that are going to be the most successful, are the ones that see this opportunity and seize it and attack it, jump into an e-commerce business. Guys, it is sad that we're seeing a lot of these brick and mortar stores go out of business, but it is the reality of what is taking place right now. Whatever business model you choose, I have always recommended on my channel and in the Facebook group, which if you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, I got a link down below for the Amazon FBA Wholesale Mastermind Facebook group, so make sure you guys check that group out if you're interested. What I've always said is that choose one business model and stick to it for about a year. If it's wholesale, that's great. Consume my content, consume content from other wholesalers. There's a ton of great information out there. Join Facebook groups, absorb yourself in a like-minded community, because that's going to provide you with motivation and encouragement, because this is not the most well-known type of a business. While there is an e-commerce boom right now, many people are experiencing this on the consumer side, and there's only a select few of the actual population that is experiencing this on the seller side from a perspective of a business owner. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. I'm going to be coming out with a ton of great content. I got a lot of interest from you guys on doing a weekly live sourcing video for wholesale suppliers. So we're going to be jumping into that. We're going to be doing a lot of videos in the new year. I also am going to be coming out with a video on what Merchant Fulfilled was like for me this Q4 and what I'm kind of experiencing now, some of the negative consequences of shipping everything Merchant Fulfilled. And I will tell you that while the sales were great, there are going to be a lot of cons that come over the next few months. My profit margin right now, which, guys, I make no secret about my profit margin. This Q4, it's hovering around 18%, but I know it's going to go down because of all of the refunds and returns that are going to take place over the course of January. So that's something that I'm going to be dealing with in January. And the United States Postal Service is just completely inundated with packages. They're not updating tracking IDs. They're not shipping packages on time. They're not even shipping packages. They're getting lost packages. So I'm getting a lot of messages and inquiries from customers on where is my package? Why hasn't it arrived yet? This was supposed to be here for Christmas. So my next video is going to tackle that problem. If you guys are utilizing the Merchant Fulfilled program, you are going to want to watch that video. So stay tuned for that. If you guys do enjoy these videos, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all of the wholesale content that I will be putting out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next time.